Everything in this life transforms. What was once an absolute truth can, over time, dissolve into a forgotten idea. What once inspired fear and reverence can become nothing more than a story in a dusty book. In the past, people believed that justice, beauty, and virtue were eternal. They thought some values could never change. But time has a way of revealing how fragile our certainties truly are. Centuries ago, it was normal for merchants to sell human beings in public markets. Women were traded like objects, valued for their appearance or strength, while no one questioned whether this was right. This was their reality, their unchallenged truth. Today, such acts are condemned as crimes against humanity. The same societies that once accepted them now teach children to see them as horrors. Time erased the illusion of righteousness. The power of kings, too, once seemed unshakable. A ruler's name could strike terror in millions. Yet all it took was the passing of years, and those kings became nothing more than names in the footnotes of history. Even religion's authority was absolute. There were cardinals who sold indulgences, promising heaven in exchange for gold. With solemn voices, they said, "I will pray for you, my child. I will beg God for your salvation." Today, no one believes in the magic of those papers. As time moved on, the standards of good and evil evolved. The woman, once called the devil's temptation, is now seen as a full partner to man, no longer blamed for his desires. Science began studying sexuality as a natural part of life, not a sin to be punished. Even the law itself changed. It once looked at criminals as monsters deserving only pain. Then modern law saw them as people who could be healed, who needed guidance more than hatred. And so, the idols of the past fell one by one. Ancient philosophers' claims about eternal truths crumbled. Everything became open to question, debate, and re-examination. If you look around you today, you will see that change is happening faster than ever before. Just 30 years ago, television was a treasure. Families would gather around it every night. Today, the television is just an outdated box replaced by a small device in your hand, your phone. 20 years ago, owning a personal computer was a dream. Then the internet arrived and revolutionized everything. Now, artificial intelligence stands ready to transform the world again. AI that can write, design, and create almost anything instantly. Even the internet itself may soon look old-fashioned compared to what is coming. Think about it. The things once priceless, typewriters, VHS tapes, CDs, are now sold in thrift shops for pennies. What we worshipped as symbols of value have become obsolete. This is the law of life. What you think is permanent today could be dismissed as a naive illusion tomorrow. What you believe is the end of history could be only the first chapter in a story yet to unfold. Ask yourself, what are the ideas you hold dear right now? Have you considered that your grandchildren might find them outdated or even laughable? Have you ever challenged your own assumptions with honest doubt? Life is not a fixed truth. Life is movement, renewal, and surprise. And anyone who believes they hold the final word on reality has already begun the long fall into their own illusions.